Hi, I'm Tara Pryor, and I'm a chemist here at Corteva Agriscience. Corteva is a science-driven organization developing agricultural solutions that keep in mind our farmers as well as our consumers. We are always innovating to develop better seeds, better crop protection products, as well as digital tools that will help feed the growing world. So chemistry is actually a very broad field. There are so many different areas of chemistry that you can really specialize in. Here at Corteva, we start with discovery. So if you think about discovery more like baking a cookie, our discovery chemists are the ones that are trying all these different recipes in order to make a particular type of cookie. So they're doing multiple experiments, tweaking just a little bit of ingredients here and there until they obtain that perfect cookie. So as you can imagine, that could probably take quite a bit of time. But once we have that winning cookie, it's going to proceed to the next phase, which would be the process and development phase. So process chemists are going to take that winning cookie and they're going to try to figure out a better way to make it. So the discovery chemists made it on a small scale. So now we need to see if we can make multiple batches. So as you can imagine, making a small batch of cookies is going to look extremely different than making a large batch of cookies. So we need to make sure that we're choosing the most cost-efficient ingredients and the best path forward to make multiple batches of these delicious cookies. So my particular role actually kind of falls in the early process development phase. So I am technically a synthetic radiochemist. So I also make these materials, but I make them with radioactive carbons. So I know what you're instantly thinking. I'm probably going to be the next Spider-Man or the Hulk. But unfortunately, we haven't seen anybody develop any sort of superpowers in this role yet. But what this role does do is with this radioactive label or radio label, we now have kind of a tracer so we can see how it breaks down or how it metabolizes when it's used properly. So we run a bunch of different studies to see how it breaks down. So if you think about it in terms of our cookie, if you put a chocolate chip into a sugar cookie and you're taking bites, it's changing the cookie, but you can kind of see how it's changing it by having that tracer or that chocolate chips. As a chemist, most of my days are spent within the lab, which is probably how I would prefer it. But I also do spend quite a bit of time doing accurate documentation through our electronic notebooks. We also keep up to date on literature to make sure that we're keeping up with all of the new scientific developments. We do our own data analysis for making sure that what we are making is in fact what we want. And then we also do a lot of collaborating. So we work a lot with a lot of other chemists in different areas. As far as education goes, I am probably what you would consider to be a homegrown chemist. So I actually graduated from Franklin Central High School and then went on to get my bachelor's in chemistry at Purdue University. Many chemists do go on to pursue their master's and PhD. I chose to go directly into industry, so I actually worked with a pharmaceutical company as a discovery chemist for about 7 years, and then I have actually been with Corteva for the last year and a half. In all reality, I think you would be hard-pressed to find a candidate that meets every single prerequisite for a job. So I think that when companies are looking during the hiring process, not only are they looking at your technical background and whether you have the qualifications for this particular role, they're also checking to see if you would fit in with the company culture. Would you fit in with everyone? Would you work well? Are you a team player? I think that is equally as important as the job knowledge. You will get some pretty extensive on-the-job training, which will help you be successful in whatever career you choose. But just know that how you work with a team is also extremely important. What I love most about this role is, well, the first would be the variety. So there's a lot of different things. You never work the same day twice, and that's kind of exciting to me. There's always a new challenge. There's always a new obstacle to overcome, and I really enjoy that aspect. The second thing I would say would be the specialty of it. So in this company, there are only a few people who are actually authorized to work with radioactive materials. So me being one of them, I think that's a pretty cool thing. So one of the biggest challenges with my role would be the tight deadlines. So we don't always have high stress conditions, but at some times when they need material, they are asking for it immediately. So again, with the one team mindset, we do all work together. We all chip in where we can and help each other out in order to achieve these deadlines. We do make sure it's not always high stress, so we do make sure that when times are slower, we take advantage of that time and really just kind of prepare for the challenging times that are ahead and just kind of recharge our batteries so we can give it full steam when those tight deadlines do come in. As far as advice goes, if you'd like to pursue a career down this pathway of chemistry, just don't stop, just keep going. Be curious, ask questions, get a study buddy, be bold, get an internship. Just know that a lot of the problems that we face globally really have a basis and possible solution in the field of chemistry. So we need your fresh minds and fresh eyes because you are our future.